This video contains content that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Join me as I dive into some of the scariest Reddit horror stories and see if I can make it through without freaking out. Reddit, the internet's treasure trove of real-life horror stories. You know, those spine-tingling tales that'll make you question what's lurking in the shadows. From creepy encounters to unexplained events, these stories have the power to send shivers down your spine and leave you sleeping with the lights on. There's something about the thrill of being scared that draws us in, isn't there? Maybe it's the rush of adrenaline or the primal fear that courses through our veins. Whatever the reason, we can't get enough of those gut-wrenching, hair-raising, and downright terrifying experiences. I mean, who doesn't love a good scare? The thing is, these stories are more than just a cheap thrill. They tap into our deep-seated fears, making us wonder what lies beyond the veil of reality. They challenge our perception of the world, making us question what we thought was real and what's just our imagination running wild. And yet, despite the fear, we can't help but be drawn in, like moths to a flame. As we dive into these Reddit horror stories, keep in mind that they're not just mere fiction. They're real-life experiences, shared by people just like you and me, who've lived through the unimaginable. So, if you're ready to face your fears, to confront the unknown, and to question the very fabric of reality, then buckle up, because we're about to take a wild ride into the heart of darkness. This first story is about a woman who wakes up in the middle of the night to find a figure standing in her bedroom doorway. It's a tale of terror that'll make you rethink the concept of privacy and the safety of your own home. As she lies there, frozen in fear, the figure begins to move closer, its presence filling the room with an unspeakable evil. But here's the twist. It's not a person at all. It's something far more sinister. The next story takes us to the woods, where a group of friends stumble upon an ancient ritual being performed by a secretive cult. The air is thick with an eerie energy, and the trees seem to loom over them like sentinels, watching their every move. But it's what happens next that'll make your skin crawl. One by one, the friends begin to vanish, leaving behind only whispers of an otherworldly presence that defies human comprehension. As we delve deeper into these stories, the lines between reality and fantasy start to blur. We find ourselves questioning what's real and what's just the product of a fertile imagination. But that's the beauty of Reddit horror stories. They tap into our collective psyche, making us confront the darkest corners of our own minds. One story that still sends chills down my spine is about a guy who moves into a new apartment, only to discover that it's haunted by the ghost of a young girl. The twist: she's not your typical vengeful spirit. No, this little girl has a sinister motive, one that'll make you reassess the concept of evil and the true nature of humanity. These stories are more than just a collection of scary tales. They're a reflection of our deepest fears, our darkest anxieties, and our most primal terrors. They tap into the unknown, the unseen, and the unexplained, making us wonder what lies beyond the edge of reality. As we wrap up this journey into the heart of horror, remember that these stories are more than just entertainment. They're a reflection of ourselves, our fears, and our deepest anxieties. So, the next time you're lying in bed, wide awake, wondering what's lurking in the shadows, just remember, sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones we create ourselves. Thanks for joining me on this spine-tingling adventure into the world of Reddit horror stories. If you've got a scary tale of your own or a favorite horror story you'd love to share, please leave it in the comments below. And if you're craving more spine-tingling content, be sure to check out my next video for another dose of terror and suspense. Until next time, stay scared and keep the lights on.